Hey, it's Pride Month, so put on the gayest t-shirt you own. Get out there and celebrate.
I'm flying the flag of the place I don't want to be sent back to, while I'm destroying the place I don't want to leave.
Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. Get it straight. And don't just rely on what you're being told or the few incidents that you saw. There was no violence.
Hey kids, just remember the only difference between ICE and the Gestapo is that Gestapo weren't afraid to show their face.
What's your thoughts on the street preachers out here?
Oh, they are filled with hate to come and destroy a beautiful moment, a celebration of these people who have courageously found themselves and are able to live in their truth. And shame on them. Shame on them.
Holy cow, they're throwing bricks at the police.
Oh, heck yeah! Heck yeah!
All right.
Do it.
Touch it. Here, let me hold my hand.
Just
Don't touch
do it.
Just do it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, look
Yeah!
Your grass is tall enough to hide a raccoon army. It's time to mow. Ain't nobody trying to walk through the Amazon to get to your front porch. Mow your lawn, or at least hire it done. There is someone that will do it. Just common sense with Granny.
Oh no, a car was burned. Oh no, a rock was thrown. Oh no, families are being ripped out of their homes and being sent to El Salvador.
Corporations fund protests, you have to really wonder what the heck is going on. The No Kings protest that's happening all over America on June 14th, funded by Walmart. Right there, paid for by Christy Walton. Christy Walton is the billionaire heiress of Walmart worth almost $20 billion. What do you think her end game here is? Like, is she really worried about authoritarianism or human rights abuses? Or is she just after cheap labor? Okay, over 70% of SNAP recipients and Medicaid users were full-time workers, and many of them are from Walmart. The irony is certainly not lost on me that the biggest organized protest against a so-called king is being organized by an oligarch.
Who would have thought that there'd be big money behind this? And also corporations, or those that have stakes in corporations, that want this cheap labor to stay around. And also, this is just a big distraction about how well the economy is doing. Welcome back to another episode of our Lives of TikTok series. If you are not subscribed to the channel, head on down right now and make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell.
Just move off the way. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do here? No, it's not.
How do you all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. Oh, they're having a civil war.
Come down here and go. Stop hiding up there, Tony.
Oh, they're trying to squabble up for real.
Anybody else living that blue-collar bougie life? Like, we're all out here paycheck to paycheck, robbing Peter to pay Paul, but Paul's just using that extra money to buy Starbucks and name brand toilet paper. Don't get me wrong, we broke, but we got standards. Ask me for a helping hand, I'm gonna tell you I ain't got it. And then you're gonna be upset that I went and bought something. You're gonna be like, I thought you said you was broke. No, I'm broke to you. I'm financially irresponsible to me. Like, I ain't gonna spend $4.99 on a pre-cut fruit cup. I can cut that at the house for free. But I will spend $1,200 on a week trip at Ocean Lakes for an Airbnb that comes with a broken hot tub and ocean-adjacent views.
The Biden administration spent billions of dollars on illegal immigrants coming into this country, money that should have been used for hardworking American citizens. Do you know that we would have to deport 5,000 to 6,000 illegal aliens every single day in order to reverse the Biden invasion? That doesn't even cover the illegal aliens that have been here beyond that period.
I think New York spent $2 billion doing it at least. And of course, they got a big chunk of change from the feds. So FEMA was spending tens of millions of dollars to subsidize illegal aliens in New York hotels. And what we want, Judicial Watch wants, is information from FEMA about what was going on. We just filed a new FOIA lawsuit against FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. So Biden lets people invade the country. He calls it an emergency and starts spending our tax dollars to clean up his mess.
Interesting how that works, right? There are two visions of America. Choose wisely. You got fight, 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 or you got riots. The Democrats have picked their side. I think we know where MAGA stands. Illegals have helped film Republican presidential campaign commercial. This is strictly, exactly, we should be running this nonstop when it comes time for 2026 to remind everybody what you're voting for. A federal appeals court has just ruled that the United States can use tariffs to protect itself against other countries. A great and important win for the U.S. A lot of news being lost because of these riots going on, isn't there? But don't be concerned. Gavin Newsom's wife, she's out shopping. Everything's fine. She's in Beverly Hills. Celebrities, a lot of the rich people, they are all taken care of. So it's okay what happens downtown to LA as long as it doesn't go into Beverly Hills. And been out all day putting Trump stickers on rioters' cars, then sitting back, watch them destroy each other's cars. That is genius. And I just put that on our community tab as well. So make sure you subscribe so you get memes like this on YouTube. Our deal with China is done, subject to final approval with President Xi and me. Full magnets and any necessary rare earths will be supplied upfront by China. Likewise, we will provide to China what was agreed to, including Chinese students using our colleges and universities. This is a big news that dropped today, but it all gets lost because all they want to talk about is ICE and how the administration is just so mean, except for our wins.
He's a stone-cold liar. I respect the presidency. I've tried to have an open hand with him, tried to work with him. You can't work with Donald Trump. You can only work for him. And I will not. I refuse to work for Donald Trump.
What crime has Governor Newsom committed?
A crime has he committed? I think his primary crime is running for governor because he's done such a bad job. What he's done to that state is like what Biden did to this country. And that's pretty bad. It's the wrong philosophy. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants, many of them prisoners. They're taking up your health care. They're taking up your space in schools. They're taking up your hospital. And in many cases, they're criminals.
There's no way to look at these numbers and say they're not welcome news. I mean, a downside surprise to core goods is where people were looking for potentially tariff effects, and maybe except for isolated areas that Steve mentioned, you're not quite getting that. So I think it's all net benefit.
Just come here the right way. Just do it the legal way like my grandparents did. Babe, 36% of you can pass the citizenship test. The passing grade is a 60. I don't know why your history teachers did not teach you this in high school, but that is the bare minimum. You have to pay. You have to have been living here for 10 years. If you are a white person in America, you are occupying stolen land. This is not your land to tell somebody else that they can't be in.
Remember how the left called us crazy because we advocated for Second Amendment rights and closed borders because we knew that sleeper cells were crossing the border in the thousands? Well, at least you missed it because the media is caught up in the domestic terrorism happening in California. An Al-Qaeda leader with a $6 million bounty on his head just issued jihad against Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, elected officials, and Jews within the United States and Europe. Rumor, not a meme, there is actually a full-blown propaganda video telling people to go jihad. International terrorist organization. The media is probably going to be pretty crickets about that. Or they're going to convince you that you should be happy about it. All these people that are being activated are some of your neighbors. Law and order died in the United States, and it is so ass backwards. Let's keep spewing that conservative Americans with actual values are the problem. Problem is absolutely not open borders with sleeper cells and illegals crossing it each and every day. Go ahead and tell me how safe your town is.
And this is why these LA riots are going on. It's my opinion. It's distract, right? How does it happen? Through money, through people like the Waltons who are funneling all the money to this to help draw the attention here because they know at home, they know here in America, that the economy is doing really, really well. Consumer Price Index just came out really, really well. There's a lot of good things happening. We just signed a deal with China. There's a rumor that there's a deal on about to happen with Canada, but it's all being overshadowed, and they're trying to disrupt, they're trying to distract, and they're trying to make things go AWOL and make a civil war happen and make sure that Donald Trump is the one to blame. We are the only ones that could save you and keep families here, and they're ripping families apart even though they came in illegally and they knew what they were doing. It's just all a game. It's all propaganda. It's all big money, and we know that Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, they are looking into where this money's coming from to pay these people. On Craigslist, they're offering $6,500 to $12,000 a week or something crazy like that to go into the streets and protest and throw rocks and do all that. That was a listing that was up, and it was from a California agency that takes federal money as well. So there's going to be a lot to come out about this. They are arresting people. They are making examples of them. And that's the only way this is going to end, is when they get the real people and the real people that are funneling money to this. But if you like today's videos, please smash that thumbs up button. There's a lot going on. Make sure you are subscribed so you get great videos like the one you watch right now. There's a PayPal below to help keep us growing, to help fund this channel and make it the best channel on YouTube for what truth is when it comes to MAGA, when it comes to everything going on in the United States politics. But thank you guys for all the support like always. But just like that, I'll see you on the next one.